So, hello and welcome back to another episode of 2004. We're of course playing with Anbennar as Vængheim. And currently we are done with our conquests. We are now waiting for conversion of all of these new provinces, while our roosts that we have built everywhere are finishing up. The only thing that I need to be careful about is if the rebellions pop in with some nonsense. Classic rebellion. But it looks like it's going quite well. So, no need to worry there. This one is no longer with religious zeal. Yeah, it's getting immediately converted. Fantastic. We have our harpies back home because we don't know about dragons. And I would like to deal with that. But yeah, there's a few more to convert, so you guys just go about that. Also, because I want to, here's more buildings. I mean, this, I think, kind of slows me down. I have not even built the fucking upgrades to my workshops yet. That's insane. This is an odd playthrough. This is so unlike me. Okay, but we are finishing up some stuff around here, which is not bad. Oh, I completely missed these ones. Well, let's do that. I assume that you have not built the stuff around here, right? Or have you? No. Just need to get rid of your religion. Bing bong, your religion is wrong. I mean, some of these will take a hot moment. Some others not. I mean, I kind of delayed that now with some buildings. Oh well. You are not gonna convert back. There we go. Just when these two are done. Big weeder. Well, we hit every flavor of rebel that can pop up here. Fantastic. You're converting, you're converting, you're converting, and then we need to wait for you to be built. Then you can also be converted. Lovely. Fantastic. We have a missionary available. Oh, that's somewhere else. Shame. Would have been nice if it would have done this here. But oh well. Sure, they do that. So. Then we have this one done, then we need to do the hunt. The one-armed skull, and then we can basically do all of the other stuff. Have the modifier she wakes. Don't know what that does. But we'll see. Did you immediately get a seat in the parliament? You did. Wow, that's astounding. Sneaky bastard. Oh, and they're the revolutionary idea spirit. Let's hope that this doesn't become an annoying thing. We're gonna jump out of the game before it becomes too strong. I could technically speed this slightly up. Sure, why not? Why not? We have the thingy. The options. Oh, you also get revolutionary ideas? Cool. Well, they're gonna do that, those revolutionary ideas. Not much I can do about that. We are just gonna take this. And so on and so forth. Do I need to do anything else here that I've just kind of forgotten about? No, just need to accept all of the kobolds and gnomes. I assume that once again just spawns a hunt. There we go. Homecoming. And in our days hence we will dream of those faraway peaks, lands which once held our home. All Yanklo know where we came from. All Yanklo know the tale of our flight from the Dragon Peaks and moors. All Yanklo remember the violence and hate that drove us hence. Fate has conspired to return us to our long-taken home, now nest to kobolds and gnomes among others. We could bring fire and hate and cast them hence. We could retake the peaks for ourselves and ourselves alone, but we shall not. Our journey here was taught us that all races may stand in honor, should they simply have the chance to do so. Why do we sing? In the days of 1724, the Dragon Coast fell under Vængheim's wings, and gentle was her shadow. The people of this rugged land were gnomes and dragons both, yet not dragons born of old, but smaller kin thereof. who stood the heights of Gnomish Pier and held the ancestry most dear. Yet with Vængheim came her skulls, who shared the tales of old and Gnomish mind as sharp and cold, and found no heart for song. Yet Dragonkin took ear to these, and found them fair and soft, for many in their number held a love most deep for tale and song, to lull their brood to sleep. It was then that a dragonkin named Ixa Small Bristle, who named himself a dragon priest, did ask a skald of Eskel, and she said, "Soft is your tale and gentle your song, and not I find her name. For I've heard this lullaby and found it my shame. It puts my little ones to sleep, and that seems ill to do, for Elcasel should wake once more, so we may know her songs too." And the skald, whose name was Frey, although little he spoke. "You speak the truth, and better this, that Alcasel does sleep, for singing a lost lullaby should keep her well asleep. For crueler her songs than she would bring us death, and send us winter without end, to choke life from our breast. So fear not for your little ones, for songs as these give gentle dreams. And unlike the great white beast of old, they will find their eyes come morning." Right? And Frey did not look askance at Iska, who stood as if struck dumb. Silently she turned and left in haste her toe unseen. Search for the one-armed skald hunt we get, and Wake the Dragon happens in 30 days. Curious. Where's that hunt? Over there. Alright, let's quickly do that. Before the dragon wakes. Elf Minister, sure. So. Let's go for the last hunt. It was the day of 1724 when Vængheim spread her wings wide and embraced many nations. Where the managed Rollish Orchestra ordered, thousands did find home under the shadow of her maidens, and the days were long and blessed, for each saw honor in the other, and many people of Vængheim did care for the realm, and they nurtured it and made it bountiful. The queen in those days were Ingrid, and their reign was a good one. Yet did shadows come to their hall, for Ingrid held true to the old songs, and one of their peoples were unnerved by them, for the old songs brought them great pain. These were the Dragonkin, who were named kobolds, and when they heard the song of Elcasel, they put their paws to their head and screamed mightily. Cruel are these songs, for Elcasel is our mother, and she has been called to a sleep from which she may not wake. We must awaken her, for one who sleeps cannot sing, and the world must hear the song of Elcasel. This could have gone poorly, but Ingrid was endowed with clever tongue, and they said, "Peace, little dragon, for you speak true. The song you have heard is old. As your queen, I ask you for time. Let me find a skald who can sing the song in a manner you find fair, for I see that this song pains you, and so does it pain me, for you are my people." And the Dragonkin did lay down their arms in honor of this promise, and Ingrid did with great urgency gather the maidens of Vængheim for a great hunt. We're not hunting, we are looking for a skald. I guess it's sort of a hunt. Oh, wake the dragon. And the Dragonkin did rise, for 1,000 little voices become a roar when sung together, and they made a mighty noise to wake Elcasel from her slumber, to call her name and save her from the dark. Some rebel stuff. We got separatists and particularists. They did also say something else that I probably should have read, but... Who knows? We're doing the hunt now. Right, we should probably also do this. There we go. Yeah, you guys just keep spreading those revolutionary ideas. I will just continue my hunting. And see if we're gonna get any unique events. She who wakes. Wake the dragon! Or they will just keep singing. I see. Okay. That's what it says. So it's just gonna have a bunch of rebellions, it seems like. Let's actually get another army down, so we are a little bit more spread and can take care of most of these. Shaded Shrine. We already know that one. No need to change our tail. I don't have anything else to do. Sure. Oh, you're getting killed by the Lake Federation. Okay. I guess I don't have to do much then. Lovely. You come immediately back over again. Diplo we want to spend. No worries, we have outlets for that. I'm also not concerning myself with building much more stuff now. No need, no need. We are already mighty and we have not much left to do for the missions. Tracking trouble? Sure. This is just gonna turn all the kobolds into white skull kobolds and then the gnomes into glacier gnomes. And once again give us another seat. Nothing too exciting. If we don't want to switch things around completely. I'm currently alright with what we have. This is, I mean, this is just the kind of like stuff that makes EU4 so funny. The sheer amount of kobolds we are slaughtering just to get them. Just to get this done is a little bit hilarious. Oh, Shaded Shrine again. Yeah, it's not like we need to do anything for this. It's also not like they're gonna give me anything either. This also is taking a while. Don't care. The kobolds will just keep screaming until morale improves. Just count up how many we've killed. And then think about how the population looks like. Ah, we know this one already. Good old EU4. I mean, this kind of like gives me an appreciation for EU5, not gonna lie. And the population mechanics. I have to admit. Because this is just random numbers that pop up. This is a little bit laggy. Oh, there we go. The source of skulls. As Ingrid and their host took upon the Ortant, did they travel across and beyond Vængheim. Many skulls did they find and called to the halls of the Dragonkin to sing a new song of Elcasel and bring them relief. But the Dragonkin heard pain in every word, and no skald could sway them from their course. Many in Vængheim counselled war, and Ingrid said, "Hark now, for my heart grows heavy. I take wing alone to seek guidance in the sky. When I return, I shall give you a war or peace." And then they left their roost. As they flew, did they hear a song on the wind. Northbound they flew into the mighty blizzard, which cut at their flesh and tore at their wings. Death nearly took them then, but the song pierced the wind and guided them to a fire, kept by a one-armed man. The winds were calm here, and as Ingrid took warmth by the fire, did the song mend their bruises and kindle their heart, and they said, "You are well versed, skald, I owe you much." The skald, copper-skinned with sun-bleached hair, shook his head and said, "You owe me nothing, wing maiden. If my song pleases you, I thank you, for I give it freely. But I have been alone for a long time, and I would owe you in return if you would sing with me." And so did the skald and Ingrid sing together until the blizzard abated. Then Ingrid told the skald of the blight of their realm, and he said, "You share the pains of your people, and your burden is mine. Let's return to your hall and sing to your people of peace." Then did Ingrid and the skald return to Vængheim, and together did they sing to the Dragonkin who found new cause of Elcas's slumber, and they were at peace. And the Kobold Rebellion, upgrade Tail 1. We get tolerance increase, which we already have, and there we go. What is best for all? So she slumbers, and we keep her thus, for surely she has no more desire to kill them than we to die. It has never been a malice that we sing. There is no hate in it, nor resentment. We fear the winter Elcasel might bring, but we do not revile her for it. It is simply in her nature as much as a part of her as flight is to us. It is important that all who sing know this, for a voice stemming from a false heart strike discord and disharmony. Only together in peace and purity of spirit can we do what is best for all. So there we get all of these bonuses. And now we need to wait for the awakening. Not much I can do about that. She who wakes. I assume that this is gonna become we just need to wait for that. I mean, I currently would not know what to do. The game is also hilariously laggy during this war. Sure. Oh, is the Empire also at war? Okay, so everybody is at war, I guess. That's what's happening here. So, I do not have any other thingy here, right? Nope. Commence a hunt. Do we have a new hunt? No. Admin. I could just upgrade all of these roosts. Screw it. Kobolds. You will also gain all of this. I mean, technically speaking, we are removing the kobolds here, but who cares? So, let's see if we have... No, we are too small to get this any further, so let's just let that run. Great Hunt, Call on Herja. Well, nothing that we can do about it. After modifier, she wakes. I mean, we don't need... I guess it's gonna be a separate hunt then that we have to do. The last hunt, basically. This we can't do anything about. Fluthill. Why are you leaving? Stop it. Maybe we need a year or something? Maybe I've missed something? I mean, I assume it's gonna happen at some point. I mean, it makes no sense to now start any wars. For all of this is already done. Now we have a lot of harpies around here. We still have also a lot of other cultures in our realm. Of course, some of them are getting converted, but overall... not much we gain out of that. Let me just quickly do this. Okay. Of course. Yeah, sure, these guys have been suffering all the while. For a while now, might as well. Have a little bit more of that fun stuff. I mean, technically we do keep getting more seeds, but I don't see a reason why I should reorganize this. Isn't it you guys are also gonna move over? I mean, Gobodot just has been kicked out, okay. And it's only Verkagolan that's still in it. And they're also nearly fully occupied. Oh, look at that! The Lake Federation is actually getting a little bit occupied, but I assume that they have more enough numbers. Yeah. We brought humans everywhere now. Maybe she's just a little bit tired. Who knows, maybe that is a thing. I could host a Great Hunt. For no reason. Just cost me a shit ton of money and such. I don't think that's really what we're supposed to do. Could have another army. Oh, coal? Oh, coal all the way over here. Well, have one of these. Yeah, this is not changed. I don't need another army. You guys just take attrition here. I mean, we are nearly full on manpower, woman power as well. I mean, this is all just... I mean, the thing is, like, as soon as we do this, we are gonna have to do another hunt, which also just takes time again. So, I'm kind of... like... we're gonna have to do this a few times, I guess. Just sitting around and waiting. I can't make the game any faster or slower. So we just take that. I wonder if I need to do... okay, there we go. Of Harpy and Kobold. Scaled figures huddle close around their nest, listening intently to the sound of cracking. Before them, an egg nears its hatching. They are eager to help to free the child from its shell, but they know that the first breach must be made by the child. When finally the shell cracks... oh, this is just a murmur of chittering excitement passed amidst the kobolds. A pinkish, fleshy and stubby little hand pushes away at the shell, and the sound of a baby's cry can be heard. Claws of many different colors greet the hand, pinching delicately the now cracked shell and pulling it open to extract the newborn. It's a girl. It's a harpy. When her mother perished in a heroic battle against the rock, it was a tribu of kobolds who had offered to care for the orphan egg. She would be family as any other egg hatched from the tribu's nursery. A talent in 2 worlds, she would learn clever tricks and traps from her kobold siblings, and in turn she would help teach the more sorcerily inclined among them to fly. Such stories are common now within the roost of the Dragon Coast, as kobolds are welcomed within the homes of harpies. Harpies are welcomed within the families of kobolds. Glittering hordes decorate the highest peak, displayed proudly to any flyers above, while kobold reps protect roosts as fiercely as they might their own home. For after all, many kobolds now call these roosts home. Okay. Yet she wakes. Now were many feasts made ready and many celebrations were had, for the one-armed skald had warmed the heart of the bereaved dragonkin, and they were glad to rest under Vængheim's wing. And all knew that now soon summer would return and Grudia would suffer no longer. And summer did come, and it was mild and warm, and some did say that it was colder than most, but many thought these the words of old, bitter souls who had a chill in their bones that no sun could touch. But then winter came, and with winter came snow, and the snow fell in blankets thick, and it was said that the air danced with such chill that even the giant's grave froze solid, so that the Elflunder and Reachmen needed neither ship nor fins to walk across it and visit the house of one another. All of this greatly vexed Ingrid the First, and the dragonkin assured them that it was not their songs that brought winter to their door. Ingrid called to the council many skulls, and the cold yet nipped at them and lent them urgency. Once now you have sung songs of ill omens unto me, and I have heard and hunted and fought to make her safe, yet she wakes. And Ingrid gazed at each face in turn and saw dread therein, and found it fair, for dreadful was this doom. Then they said, There is aught else in my power, for the sky is my domain, and Alcasel rests beyond my gaze under the bones of this land. There is another way, though it is a dire one. She wakes. Our eternal change. Guard the lair of the dragon, let none disturb her sleep. This I task you for today and every today hence. For your lives, your daughters and their daughters, until the ice melts and eternal summer blooms. The one skulled from the tale of the dragon dreaming. To be Yanklo is to know duty. From the minute we are born we have purposed, taught to us the moment we are old enough to understand. We have a sacred charge, a higher calling, a responsibility to something greater than ourselves. We are to guard the entrance to the dragon's lair to prevent any from entering. Everything that we have done since we first took flight at Matriarch Reckonlife's command has been in the name of that duty. It is in the name of that same duty we now defy it. We shall enter the caves below the capital, for there is no other recourse left. Alcasel, we come to lay you rest again. Unto Alcasel. The day hence Vængheim's end bore a grim aspect, for the summer grew short and the wings of winter grew vast, bringing snow to days that in years past had been freely of their shadow. Even the sun turned from the earth, their face obscured behind a veil of clouds as if in mourning. Harvest after harvest did winter claim, and while with the cold came the hunger, and many did say that these were the final days. It was Ingrid who was queen then, and they shared the plight of the people. As they suffered, did Ingrid open the covers of her roost, and spread far their wealth to lessen winter's blows. One day the roost shook, as if the very mountains on which Vængheim nested had caught a mortal chill. Ingrid rose and said, Alcasel shifts, and soon will she wake, for her dreams are dark. Vengeance would I swear on Gavaton, for her sons have brought doom to both our peoples. And yet, though vengeance sings in my ear, it is a song I know too well. It is a song that doomed Vængheim and would doom us in our turn. I go instead to Alcasel, and I will sing to her, and soothe her, and bring her peace. For hag magic has ensnared her dreams, and she will not shake this curse alone. Let it be known that all who would may join me on this hunt. And many did, for they knew that to do nothing was to die. Men and trolls and orcs and dragonkin, gnomes and elves of the Old West. All took course with Ingrid, and together walked beneath Vængheim. Many who saw them did weep, for they saw the dead walking to their doom. We lose 50 units. And frigate freezing happens soon. Well, that's let me just quickly get these guys back. Just 3, 4. We're gonna do 10 here, 10 here, 5, 5, and 5. Well, that's not 5. Did one too many somewhere? Oh, here. There we go. Alright, let's just have this happen. Fun wisdom. Don't think that's one of the events that matter, but it happened. Let me just quickly get rid of this army here. Do not disturb that. Long did they travel in the old caves below Vængheim, and Ingrid took heart, for they were not alone. A great gate did they come upon, shut and shrouded, and long did the trolls who were strongest in the host toil in prying ice from wood and steel. Then did Ingrid approach the lock, and from the mail shirt a key offer for many duties were given unto the maidens of Vængheim, but greatest was the duty of the queen of the roost to keep this door sealed, and Ingrid said, I feel the eyes of many mothers upon me now to open this door who they kept shut, yet this thing I must do, for Elcasel will be our bane, so that none will live to sing for my dishonour. Then Ingrid opened the great door, and from behind it did blow a wind of ice, cold as to burn like fire, and many in the host suffered greatly, for the chill struck them and stole their breath. And some wished to turn back, for the cold had pierced their hearts, and brought to them fear of a bitter end. Ingrid said, though their teeth did chatter, if the cold has taken your hearts, know it tugs at mine as well. Those of you who would turn from this toil, do not walk in shame, yet go to my hall and bring word of our plight. Many furs shall be, and we can do that, or we can do open our stocks, bring furs, and such. Because we're trading so well, we don't need to spend money or manpower on this. Cool. Easy. I assume that this hunt is just happening. We don't need to specifically tell them to do this hunt. Yeah, looks like it. Footsteps in frost. Then did Ingrid the first enter Elcasel's lair, and they made good speed, though the cold bit at them and made a cruel battle of each breath stolen from the air. Then did the host come upon a track, footstep in the ice, left by mannish boot. Ingrid spoke, though the cold strangled their words. This is an ill omen, for this place was shut for many days, and no living man may walk here. Today I failed in my duty, I am bereaved, for I know not how. Then did the orc Adul Halftongue, a brave man from Valvorden, say, living or dead makes no matter, for our toil is to reach the dreamer. If they make cause against, we will slay them, yet here we cannot linger, for the scold will be our bane. Many host did agree, and for Adul spoke true. Then did Ingrid say, have care for failure, or we just have enough stats to do this. Easy. I like that we do have these kind of special thingies now to make this less... Okay. Then the toast of Ingrid came upon a great cavern, and all were struck by its splendor, for each and every surface was clad in mail of glittering ice. From some distant place did the sun shine upon it, and the rays were by the ice ensnared and brought to this place far below earth. And in the ice one spy any hue the eye could see or the mind could dream of, and in the gloom did the light remind those who saw it of the warmth of distant summer, in the daylight far above, and some were taken by longing, though their tears froze on their cheeks. In the centre of this place there was a vast pit, leading to unseen places far below, and a waterfall turned to shining ice that plunged boldly into it. Ingrid turned to their host and said, alone must we maidens go, for we have little time to give. Return to the day with your heads held high, and know that they did what you could. And some did turn to go, but one of the dragonkin, whose name was Arda Lazy Teeth, didn't raise her voice. Go, O queen, but know that we will follow, for whether man, orc, troll, or other, our minds are not yet so cold that we cannot find a way into this pit. We will come to you when we can, for by pick and skilled carver shall we forge a path that we wingless may walk. And those who had turned now turned again, their faces set in resolve. As the host set their toil, did Ingrid see them, and their heart was warmed, for those were their people, then they took wing. I mean, it happened quite fast. I kind of did this hit on hit. So it's a little bit odd, but it's alright. Don't care. Let me just quickly do this. I don't think I need it, but I decided to do this. Sure, let's demolish something. Bellowing breaths. Soon after did the wingmaidens of Ingrid draw near the Alcacel's resting place. Wasn't it Elcasel? Whatever. And the cold grew bitter, and in flight did it strike at their wings and their senses. As the quarry grew near, did some lose flight, tumbling to the ground where they lay unmoving, and Ingrid cursed the name of Vængheim not for the first time. Yet by flight did they reach a hollow where the cold did not bite so fiercely. With their strongest wing maidens did they now hear a mighty roar, not far ahead. And Iona Gunnarsdottir, who was one of the Green's strongest, did say, the cold take my ears, for this is no roar. The beast snores like a mother's mother, and not half as loud. And Ingrid took heart, yet not all did, and some wing maidens, better by the cold, felt fear grip their hearts, and they... well, we have enough Joltquirs. We stood together, because we do that. It is a good day to die. Now did the host of Vængheim come to Elcasel, and they beheld her glory. For in her vastness did she fill the caverns, coated in ice and snow, like a vast blanket for a dreaming child. Her claws, flexing and rest, were tall as a troll, and her visage so great that Ingrid the First held no doubt that she could devour a Vængheim roost in one bite, should she have a mind to do so. And those skilled in the art of song did see that the foul graft of Granny Krakar nipped at her mind, and with blood and torment sought to tear her from sleep, and their hearts sank, for they knew that they had only moments to act. Yet there in front of Algasel stood the one-armed Skald, and he was singing, though his voice was small and brittle. And Ingrid felt the cold like a living thing biting at their flesh. They made to approach, but a voice rang out behind them. "You are not alone, we go together." And they saw the people who had followed them. Few were left, and all were bitten by cold, but they were here, and together did they make for the Skald, whose song began to waver. And they began to sing, voices a-quiver from lungs that burned from killing cold, yet given hearts and burned warmer still. And as the song of others died, the song of Vængheim rose to life, and Algasel heard the old songs and the new songs sung together, and the hug magic of Altemple, which tormented her, found now a greater foe. It struck mightily and was unwound, and Algasel knew peace. And the Skald found his voice again, and as his song grew in strength, did the host of Vængheim fall silent, for they had given all their toil, and knew that they had brought the world with their lives. The dreams of summer. Ingrid knew darkness then, but light returned to them, and they found sight, and their wits found them. And they awoke, not in the house of the dead, but in their own hall, a bed and in the grip of the dull pain of those who fought the cold and lived. Then the one-armed Skald came to them, for he had heard of their awakening, and he said, "Yours is a curious house, O queen, and the songs of your people stranger still. For my sister would have woken, and in her wrath ended me, and I did not think to find friends there in the deep places of the earth. I have done what I can for your host, and where my hosts were found wanting, have I shared with your house what I know of mundane mending. We may meet again, for I have seen your house and found it fair." Then the Skald left, and Vængheim fell silent for some time, for many had been taken by the cold, and many halves were struck dumb by the absence. Yet they who lived in the time recover, and they were honored by kith and kin. And with the coming of spring did the hall of Ingrid awaken, and shake from her mighty shoulders the chill of winter. And as the days grew long, did the people of Vængheim rejoice, and they drank from the warmth of the sun, as those dying of thirst would from the river. Ingrid took the name the Wingless, for the ice had bitten their wings deeply, and they would never fly again. Yet their reigns was a blessed one, and they were dear to her people, who saw an earthbound monarch and found him fair. And many songs were sung on the Wingmaiden's wingless. We get a vision of enemy, even more movement speed and max vision, and she who wakes is gone. And I guess, to last all time. As Algasel found gentle dreams, did Vængheim find her peace, and summer found Garudia. We have done what none thought possible, achieved that which was only the realm of dreams. Algasel sleeps again, and we think her happier for it. Work yet remains, however, for the glories of the present may always fade with time. No one lives forever in body, as even dragons may die, and the works they do upon the earth may wither and fade. Such as it will be, but if the fate of Garudia is a future of frost, it shall not be for a lack of effort. All remember that we did here in these days, and a song of it will soothe Algasel till the end of time. The Tale of Vængheim. As Algasel found gentle dream, did Vængheim find her peace, and summer found Garudia. By clever crafts of ancient world and new songs sung by voices legend, did warmer days and gentle rains and harvest rich come to the realm that roosted neath Vængheim's wing. And Ingrid, who was queen in those days, did send forth their maidens, not as heralds of war, but as envoys of peace. They did visit every roost, every homestead, and flew beyond Vængheim's domain, to realms of other folk, and spoke of great feast, to which all who wished to partake was welcome, for in the words of the queen, all were guests under their roof. And on that day, the mighty gates of Vængheim swing open, and for the first time did they stay open, for there was no need to shut out the winter. Warm were the days then, and for 7 days and 7 nights were celebrations held, and sung were mighty songs, who it was said in chest might wake the dragons neath the mountain to in the feast partake. Many friends were made then in that summer, and many summers hence. Did winter lose her grip on Garudia, and the warmth of summer found cold hearts, and fought them, and thus did the realm prosper. It was a bitter time for those who came after, for many born in ages hence, be they mannish or maiden, would hear songs of this age, and neath knotted brow would groan and rumble and say, "Would that I had lived in those days." So ends the tale of Vængheim. We unlock all empowered tales and reduce the cooldown for swapping tales for 5 years. And, okay. Is this the same that kind of did the Masked Butcher? Whatever. Alright. We've unlocked all empowered tales, which I guess doesn't make much of a difference. But we have finished the Vængheim mission tree, and I think this also is a perfect place to end. It was interesting. It was some decent fun. I think some mechanics felt a bit odd, like losing troops felt wrong, really. Like, I did not want to lose troops and fight badly sometimes, but sometimes the game just, well, to continue the mission tree, I had to lose troops. And it's also odd that we have to lose troops, while we also have Ebonsteel, which are very good at not losing troops. But that just felt a little bit odd to me. Yeah, but there were a few, disconnected aspects to it as well. Like, there were some events or, like, some choices where, like, okay, this feels odd. But otherwise, it was quite some fun. We have spread quite... I guess this whole conquest here was unnecessary, but we just did that. And I guess that will be the end of this playthrough. So like always, like, subscribe, more shenanigans, and I guess see you guys next episode. Bye!